Remember your live chat and abide by community rules, and we're gonna lock you out of your chat again, you sons of biatches. All right, so I'm stuck in live chat again because apparently that's what YouTube does now. Hopefully, you guys can actually see that I'm here. The camera. There we go. Much better. All right, so I've had people reach out about the EAS. I think we're all talking about it right now. This emergency alert thing, October 4th. My biggest concern is I want to videotape, like I want to record what it does. Hey, coffee. But if it's on all my phones, I'm going to have to like summon my iPad and use the iPad to record my phone, which is going to be a pain in the butt. Honestly, there are people freaking out about it. On the one hand, I think it's from the technology side. Hey, Tony, I think it's super cool, right? Because they can alert everyone like, oh, aliens have arrived. Everyone knows, right? Oh, we're fighting with China now. Everyone knows, right? On the flip side, I could see where it can go horrendously wrong, right? And someone's like what happened in Hawaii, which was a disgruntled employee decides, hey, you know what? This is what I think of you, and missile alert, and, gets himself fired. Or he was stupid. I don't remember exactly what happened. Hey, Mimi. All the commercial after and yeah, everything has commercials now. It's actually, even when I turn off, like, no commercials, it puts commercials. So it's like, yeah, and then you have to wait 10 seconds and hear the nonsense. Hey, Cold War. Hey, someone else snuck in on me. I think it was, of course, by the way, it won't show me live chat again. I don't know why the hell this does this. Anyway, so if I don't respond to something you type, I'm not being rude. I just literally am not seeing it on my screen. So from a technology standpoint, I think it's interesting. I think it could definitely be a good thing. I can see it go horribly wrong. I don't know if... I'm not expecting like some major cyber hack. That would be too obvious, right? It's like, oh, we're gonna have an emergency alert cyber hack. It's like, really, guys, you couldn't come up with something better? But on the flip side, I can see where that same system could be used to nefarious purposes. So on the one hand, that's all great. On the other hand, I can see where it's a bit concerning. I'm not expecting the Chupacabra to show up. I'm not expecting the damn Cloverfield monster, whatever the hell that thing's called. Does anyone know what the Cloverfield monster's called, by the way? Because I've mentioned that before, and I'm just curious. Because it's not a Godzilla, it's more like a spider thing. Anyway, if anyone knows what it is, throw it in the comments below the video. My big concern, though, is, hey, good morning, book club. As no one knows about the alert, and they will all freak out. And Mimi, that's one thing that I'm worried about. It's not the alert itself. It's like, okay, yay, alert. Yeah, no, I'm watching the road, man. That's why I have the camera up here where I can see the foolishness in front of me. Of course, last week I was staring dead forward and like had a box spring come flying at me. So, and I'm not even on the highway. Like the highway, my buddy hit a 5K rated valve, like a metal valve that goes on a gas pipeline. Just fell off a truck in front of him, and he was in a Fiesta, and it like took the front end out, boom, and he went into the shoulder and everything. I told him to get something a little bit higher if he's gonna do this stuff, but he was like, well, it's already paid for, and I'm like, I can see that, the cars are expensive. And now his car got broke, so now he's getting it fixed. Anyway, I digress. Mimi has a good point. People aren't paying attention. So all of a sudden, this alert is going to hit everyone. Hey, Vision. And people are going to freak the hell out. That's what scares me. And that scares Mimi, apparently. And it's a legitimate concern. It's like the show The Walking Dead. They're not really talking about the zombies in that title. They're talking about the people. Right? The survivors, so to say. They're the Walking Dead. And a lot of folks don't get that. And it's the same way. This alert's going to go off, and I can just see this somebody screws up the alert, there's an error, or someone hacks the system and puts out bullshit like, oh, there's a chemical weapons attack in LA and there is none. Put your phones in the microwave that day. Well, what I'm gonna do, random dude, is I'm gonna get my iPad and I'm gonna put my phones out, because I still have a first responder phone and I have a regular, people phone, I guess. I don't know what the hell to call it. And I want to record both phones and see if I get the same message on both. I thought that would be a really interesting experiment to do. I've been doing a lot of experiments in the background that I'm going to make videos on regarding food storage. You're supposed to yield to the traffic circle, knucklehead. But yeah, hey Loretta, good morning. I don't think it's going to be terrible. Now, Cold War Prepper could probably comment on this because he worked in the S2 shop years ago. The government doesn't run drills unless there's a viable scenario, right? So, okay, Vision's betting it's going to be the same message. So we'll see. It probably will be, but I'm curious if I get something different. I guess since I'm not active, it may be just like, here's your freaking message, be done. But I'm curious. I'm curious if the FirstNet phones are going to have the same message as the rest of you. It'd certainly be interesting. So it'll be, what, 3:30 Central Time in Texas. So it's 2:30 for Ohio. Ohio's in East Coast time, right, Vision? You guys will be East Coast, so you'll be 2:30, I'll be 3:30. So I'll be curious to see what I get going, it may be a non-issue. I could see this system being very useful in a great emergency. I could see it going backwards. Yeah, always practicing is another thing. And the only thing, again, that concerns me is I could see this system totally going sideways. Either a disgruntled employee goes, this is what I think of all of you, and then he sends, ballistic alert like they did to Hawaii or some other weird shit and freaks out the public. I'm wondering if people in public are going to freak out in general, because most people don't know. Like, if you're not paying attention, people have no idea if this is coming, and are they going to freak out? So I may not want to be driving when that happens, because people will be like, oh. So I'm not expecting anything. Hey, Devil Dog. My concern would be more, could it be used for evil, bad purposes in the future? That's possible, I guess, with any system. But I wouldn't panic about it. I'm more curious how the general public's going to be. And I think Mimi had a good point. What are other people going to react? And are they going to freak out? And is like October 4th going to trend on Twitter because it was like, oh, they gave us this big ass alert. I'm not seeing anything that's going to freak me out. What concerns me more is what I was talking about the other morning, about the personal consumption expenditures being flat, even though inflation's coming down. That means even inflation's getting better, but allegedly getting better. I'm not seeing it, but price of fuel's going up and people are broke, so they can't buy anything. I think that's more concerning to me in the long run than, oh, you know what, they're going to send this alert and scare the shit out of somebody's kids or make your dog bark or something like that. So is it timed for a distraction? Hey, the dude. Is it time, or is it just a routine drill? Who knows? It's probably something our country should be doing in general. Denver last year, this time, started giving out emergency backpacks, kind of like a baby get-home bag. And it had, somebody actually got one, I know, and I wish I should have told him to take a picture. He said it had silly things. So it had an emergency poncho, which isn't bad, a space blanket, not bad, a glow stick, a roll of toilet paper, and goggles, like safety glasses, and that was it. That was all in the little bag, and you got to keep your backpack if you went to this little like emergency preparedness seminar that was downtown in Denver. And people made fun of it. They were like, oh, this stupid bag. But I'm thinking that's okay. They got people thinking about what was going on. They got, if a handful of new people went there and came out with this stupid bag and went, wow, you know what? Maybe I should make a better bag in an emergency, then that's good. You've created awareness in the community. So I can't complain. But I thought it was funny because people were opening it and laughing at it because I had like toilet paper, but it was bad toilet paper. Hey, DRP Custom Homes, what's going on? But yeah, this October 4th thing, the drill itself isn't concerning. Yeah, exactly, Vision. Just get people thinking. By the way, I got stuck in top chat again, so I'm probably missing about a third of the conversation right now. I'll be at work during the test. I'll definitely make sure I have my get home bag packed that day. Yeah, no kidding. Well, I have my get home bag in my truck. Oh, I took my carbine out. I have a 5.56 bolt action that feeds mags, and that's like a hog gun, and it's usually in my truck because I know I can go across any jurisdiction and nobody screws with me because it's a hunting rifle, dude. But hey, Daryl. Yeah, free stuff is still free stuff. And you know, if it got people talking and thinking about, well, if there's an emergency, am I ready for it? That's not a bad thing. So, you know, I get there on a budget and, you know, I'm going to climb a mountain. If things go sideways, let me know. You'll see the smoke rising from the mountain, man. Hey, Jay. But in any case, there's a little girl next to me. She's playing what sounds like hip hop, and she's jamming out. I turned the camera, but she's too close. It would be noticeable. But I mean, she's just having a blast right now. She's having her best morning ever, or she's making the best of a Monday. Take your pick. But and it's an old beat up car, and she's just jamming out all by herself going to work. Good for her. Box full of stuff from something. I missed that, sorry. So folks, don't freak out. Be ready like you normally would be ready and go about your day. If you can take pictures or record what it does, that would be cool. That would be fun. But hey, the warden, what's going on? Just be careful. You know, situational awareness. Don't freak out. My bigger concern is the feds are upgrading their alert system, which may be routine. It may just be part of the system. But with all the things going on in the world, it could be that they feel there's a viable possibility, maybe not a probable, but a possible, that they're like, you know what, let's run this updated drill and see what it does. And there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. But do I think there'll be like some big fiasco? No. I could be wrong, you know, like 4 days from now, we might all be like kicked off of YouTube and sitting in the dark, but I'm not expecting it. I'm more worried about the fact that, you know, we almost had a government shutdown and they figured it out at the last minute and apparently pulled Ukraine funding, which I'm kind of impressed that they pulled that off, because that was a contentious issue. But it's going to come back. All they did was kick the can down the road for a month and a half, which really doesn't help anyone. So, folks, just pay attention. Don't freak out. Actually, look for sales, because remember, we're getting into holiday season and they're going to start putting stuff on sale so that they can make room for the holiday shopping stuff. So if anything, I'd be concerned about beating the inflationary prices, zombie frequency. That would be bad, and people start freaking out. It'd be like that movie, The Kingsman, where the phones flip everyone out and they start fighting and throwing things. That'd be kind of bad, actually. It'd be awful. Hey, Macabus, what's going on? But where you going, buddy? All right, we had confusion. I'm the breakfast guy today, so I'm running a little late. Nobody cares because I have the breakfast. So if you're going to be late, be the breakfast guy. Everyone likes that guy. Anyway, and as you can see, it will be Chick-fil-A today, because that's like the quickest shit I can get that won't make everyone sick. Yeah, I know, Devil Dog. I would love to push off responsibilities too. But folks, look, don't freak out over this. I'm not expecting it to be like the end of the universe. Hey, Lioness. But pay attention. Most importantly, learn. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, learn and see what it looks like. Listen to it. Pay attention to it, because at least that way we'll understand it. Most of the public may not even have a clue this is going to happen. So I should record work. I should sit at the last office where I can see the whole hallway and just wait till everything goes bang at once and then see everyone's reaction. But I'll probably get scolded by my boss for videotaping the office, so I may not do that. Went to my 25th year reunion, found out one of my classmates lived 10 miles and her husband's a prepper. Very cool. Yeah, I'm finding new homesteaders and preppers everywhere. It's kind of actually fun. And now we're all trading notes. My wife, like I said, she red pilled herself like 6 months ago, like bad. And she came home with a 25-pound bag of rice. She said, "You still have Mylar?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "We have the kids staying with us with the grandbaby for almost a month. Mylar this," punk, on the counter. I was like, okay, I guess I have my project for Sunday now. And I went and did all that Sunday. So anyway, you guys be good, be safe. Don't freak out, but observe and learn. This is a cool opportunity to see what the new system would be like. In the worst case, if we get hacked and some zombies and shit happen, most of us are preppers or homesteaders, so I think we got this covered. The general public, maybe not. So pay attention, but don't panic, right? That doesn't help. And just observe. And remember, holiday season's coming up. We're in October, which means they're going to try and clear out the stores to make room for the holiday shopping stuff, which means you can get winter clothing, summer clothing, backpacks on sale because they want to get that out of the store. So let's beat inflation by looking for those sales before Black Friday, because they got to clear out those stores. So there was what do you call the old KitchenAid mixers? That $300 one, they had it for $150 at one store. And those things last forever. So, hey, random dude. So, folks, look for the sales. Don't panic. Pay attention. That's it. It's all good. And like I said, I'm impressed they pulled off the government shutdown for a bit, but we'll see. All right, folks. Well, you guys be safe. God bless y'all. And yeah, enjoy breakfast. Have a nice coffee. Keep out of trouble. I'll see you later.